You're watching HNL. I'm Ursula and our confident voice guest today is Clea Dias, and we're talking about branding and marketing. Clea, you are the marketing brand, head of marketing and brand of Gibbs Business School. What does a day in your life look like?
So I think what I love about my role and my industry is that no 2 days are ever really the same, simply because there's so many elements and so many components of marketing and branding. So from a digital marketing point of view, it's this kind of tie-up between your organic social media, and those are the things that you put out there that are being said about you organically. You're not paying for it. It's the channels you own.
Okay, I was going to say, what's organic?
It's your own channel. So that would be my company's Facebook page, the page we've set up. And then there's the paid for side, because now obviously Facebook is a business over and above anything else. You've got to spend money to be seen. So there's a lot of time and investment that comes into looking at the paid opportunities, analyzing the data, kind of looking at your ROI to decide where you should be, where you're getting the biggest return on investment. And then there's the whole branding side of things. And that's kind of, it's hard to even say where it starts and where it ends, because what I look at in my role is total brand experience.
Okay.
So what are all the different touch points that a customer would have with our brand before they've even enrolled on a program or stepped foot on campus? They've seen us online, they've interacted on our website, perhaps they've come to an open evening. So it's all of those touch points and how they reflect the brand and what the brand stands for.
So what is your goal for the brand of Gibbs Business School?
So I think I'm quite fortunate to be in a position of working for and representing a well-established brand. So for me, it's to never rest on our laurels and just say, well, Gibbs is a well-known brand, it's got gravitas, people know it, my job's done. No, it's that constantly evolving and constantly aligning your brand with external forces. So what is happening in the external world? What is your business doing to adapt? And then how does your brand translate that?
And being relevant. Especially in this changing workplace that we're living in.
Absolutely.
Can humans be brands?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think it's not too dissimilar to the way you would think about a business brand.
Okay, well, talk me through that, because I know there's this topic has different sides, because some people go, but I'm not a product, so how do I call myself a brand? So how do you do that? How do we position ourselves in our careers as a brand?
Yeah, and I think it's quite overwhelming. So if you have to think about building your personal brand, creating a personal brand, it can be very overwhelming. So what's helped for me is to just take a step back and look at the fundamental principles of building a brand, and that is knowing who you are and what you stand for. And what do you want to be known for? And those are the basics. And then also, who are you talking to? Because just like with a brand or a company, you can't be all things to all people. You're not for everyone. Your information is not relevant to everyone. So who is your target audience and what do you want to be known for? And once you can pin down those two vital areas, then you're off to the races.
I think there's so much value to knowing who you are talking to. And I've made many videos where I didn't know who I was talking to. But once you know that person, then you to that need. And I think that's when your voice also has a lot of gravitas.
Exactly.
So how can we learn more about Gibbs? Gibbs feels to me like this institution that it's over there, it's only for the MBA people. Is it open to anyone in business?
Yeah, so I mean, Gibbs is a business school, it's higher education, but that being said, there's lots of things that happen in the business community that are not just long-term study. So an MBA program is a 2-year commitment. That's not the only reason you could come to campus. We have a range of events, from a 2-hour forum, that could be an online discussion, it could be on campus, to an online masterclass that you could do fully online in your own time, a range of nice, meaty, functional skills that you can learn in your own time, to your long-form study, to a doctorate, to becoming a professor.
Stunning. So there's a lot that you're offering that we can...
Absolutely.
I love that it's open to everyone. It's not just exclusive.
Yeah.
What do you have any hacks for how you keep up to date with current trends in the world?
Yeah, and I think especially in my industry, in marketing,
yes,
you have to keep your ear to the ground because things are changing all the time. So for me, consume as much media as you possibly can. I don't believe you can be successful in marketing if you yourself are not on all of the social networks. And there are so many different nuggets that come from being on LinkedIn, being on Twitter, even Instagram and Facebook. Consume media digitally everywhere you possibly can, and read. So I mean, and reading now can be listening to an audiobook. Consume as much as you can, and then even things like join your industry bodies. Find out who those associations are, the bodies are, sign up, become a member, attend their events, and network. Because obviously there's wealth in networks and relationships and building that, meeting other people, and that happens through attending events, even reaching out to people online, on LinkedIn, but build your networks.
I have to ask, burning here, which are your social networks that you consume, your favorites?
So my number one is actually LinkedIn. And this is something that's kind of grown, I'd say, in the last year or so. I've really started to find my voice there. And it's funny, previously LinkedIn was, I didn't really check it. I had the app on my phone. It wasn't somewhere I logged into regularly, but that's changed. The more active I've become on the platform, the more I'm getting back from it. And the more it's become relevant in my life. So that's actually the first platform I check when I wake up in the morning. And I never thought I would say that.
And TikTok, how do you feel about this platform?
TikTok, I have a more voyeuristic approach. So I like to consume, I watch. It's great for a laugh. I haven't quite created any content for that platform yet.
Okay. I agree with you. I've fallen in love with LinkedIn. I think it's a great platform. I'm enjoying it because it's quality.
It's quality, and I think what's nice about it is that it's positive as well. So people are out there supporting each other, putting out their best foot. It's your professional network, but there's the human side of that too. I think when LinkedIn started, it was kind of like a recruiter's playground. And it was viewed as just a place where you would get a job or get noticed by recruiters, but that's changed. It's now networking.
And I have one last question before the end of this section. Do you have a limit of how many posts you have per day? Do you do a few posts a day, or?
I think you want to do what comes naturally to you, but be consistent. So I actually read something the other day that said, if you don't post for a few days or a week or so, LinkedIn almost like punishes you, and then when you do post, you get less impressions of your post. So as with all of the platforms, they want to encourage you to be active on the platform. So it's about being consistent.
Okay, so we are all inspired right now to get posting on LinkedIn and get social on LinkedIn so that you can have that confident presence. We'll see you after the break for more confidence.